Hello everyone and welcome back to Senior Cat Wellness. In today's video, we'll be diving into a topic that could surprise some of you, feline dandruff. It is absolutely a real thing. If you have personally noticed white flakes in your cat's fur, on your cat's fur, near their napping area, their resting area, their little play area, it's not just dust. Your pet could be dealing with dandruff. Might sound a little weird because we're used to thinking of dandruff as a human issue, right? We've all seen those commercials over the many decades of the dandruff shampoos and such, but cats get it too. So today we're going to break it all down for you, what causes dandruff in the cats and the signs and symptoms to look for, and what you can personally do about it in terms of treatment. Let's get started. So, can cats really get dandruff? Yes, they can. Just like us, cats shed dead skin cells. When that shedding becomes excessive or those flakes get bigger and more noticeable, that's when it turns into dandruff. So you'll spot it along the back of your cat, near the base of the tail, just the areas where your pet likes to lie around. Make it look like little white or gray specks. If your cat has dark fur or black fur, it's very easy to spot even from a distance. But here's the very important part. While a bit of dandruff here and there might not be too big of a deal, it can sometimes very much be a sign that something else, something more significant, could be going on with your pet's health. So why do cats get dandruff in the first place? Well, there are several reasons why your cat might get this little flaky snow, little snowflake looking materials on their skin and on their fur, and we're going to cover some of the more significant ones right here and right now. Number one, it's a bit of the obvious one, and it's dry skin. Just like us, cats can get dry skin, especially in the winter time when the air is dry or drier compared to other times in the year, or if they spend most of their time in heated indoor locations. Low humidity can cause dry skin in cats. Number two, let's talk about obesity. Overweight felines can have a very hard time grooming certain areas of their body, like their back and even parts of their neck. So it's sort of obvious here, if your pet can't reach those spots to clean them and spread those natural oils all around in the grooming process, dandruff can build up and do so rather fast. Next up, and this is sort of piggybacking on obesity in many ways, poor grooming habits just in general. Elderly cats or cats with arthritis might find grooming quite difficult and even quite painful, so they just stop altogether because they'd rather feel good and conserve their energy elsewhere. And lack of grooming, that leads to dirty and flaky skin. And some cats, let's be honest, they can just be lazy groomers. Whatever the main cause for their lack of grooming can result in many things, and that includes dandruff. Now let's talk about nutritional aspects of dandruff, nutritional deficiencies that can cause dandruff. If your pet's diet is missing key nutrients, especially omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, their skin could become very dry and very irritated. Skin and coat health, it really all starts with what they consume in terms of their daily diet and their meals. Now let's talk parasites. A little bit uncomfortable, right? But mites and fleas, we all know about those fleas. And lice, they can cause dandruff-like symptoms. So my advice to you is make sure your cat is getting those regular vet checkups for a plethora of reasons, but with respect to this topic, make sure they don't have fleas and mites and lice, and make sure their skin is in good health, and let's avoid that dandruff at all costs. Next up, allergies. I recently did a video, if you're following in the order of production here at Senior Cat Wellness, I recently did a video all about allergies and how cats get them, the causes and the symptoms. Well, allergies can be due to all kinds of things: food, pollen, dust, and even possibly the shampoo you are using to clean your cat, to bathe your cat. Allergies can lead to skin inflammation, itching, and you guessed it, dandruff is also one of the outcomes, potentially, if your cat does suffer from an allergy. Next up, let's talk skin infections, fungal issues. Infections like ringworm and bacterial infections can really mess with your cat's skin and cause scaling and flaky skin, resulting in dandruff. And last but certainly not least, let's talk about those underlying health conditions. Issues such as diabetes, thyroid problems, or even organ disease can show up as, unfortunately, skin issues. If your cat has other symptoms to go along with dandruff, that's a big red flag to watch for. And here again, I mentioned just a bit earlier about taking your cat to the vet. If you're noticing that your cat is just a little off and unwell and acting lethargic and not really adhering to the normal daily routine, and their personality is just a bit off, you know your cat's baseline. If something is up, especially if it's coupled with noticeable dandruff, take your cat to the vet, because the issue at hand could go far beyond just a skin problem. Now let's talk about what does cat dandruff really look like, these symptoms. So besides the obvious little snowflakes, what else should you be paying attention to perhaps tip you off that your cat is suffering from dandruff? Is your cat they scratching far more than normal? Do they have red and irritated skin? Are they losing large chunks of fur, perhaps from over-grooming? Is your cat very aggressive in their grooming style, sort of all of a sudden? Is their coat, especially if you have a long-haired cat, is their coat looking a little matted and greasy and just a little unkempt, even though they're grooming? Does your cat look a little rough around the edges, to say the very least? Are you noticing visible scabs and visible sores on the body? Here again, a byproduct of over-grooming. And has your cat as a whole been acting a bit differently? Maybe, here again, grooming more than usual or hiding even signs of lethargy. If you're noticing any of this, especially in clusters as a collective, certainly time to visit that vet and see what's really going on. If it's just a skin issue, or is it something a lot deeper and perhaps a lot more serious? Dandruff might just be the first noticeable sign that you're seeing, unfortunately, of something far more severe. So how is dandruff, how is all this actually diagnosed? Well, you take your cat to the vet, they'll conduct a physical exam, and depending on the findings, they'll run a few tests, perhaps, like skin scrapings, to check for the mites and the fungal cultures for ringworm, or they even could do blood tests if they suspect, once again, something more serious is at hand. They'll probably ask you, and this would be a good idea just to prepare for the vet, to take this with you, to give this to your vet, because the more information you can provide to them, the quicker your cat can get a proper diagnosis. But make sure you supply your cat's diet. What do they eat on the regular? What does a regular week, a regular month look like? What is your cat's normal grooming habits, and how does it compare to what you've seen recently? And what is their overall living conditions and their lifestyle compared to how they're acting as of late? Basically, the more info you can give, the easier it'll be to figure out what exactly is causing the dandruff. So now let's talk about solutions. What can you do about it? And the good news here, in most cases, the majority of cases, cat dandruff is very treatable, and sometimes it's almost an overnight success. First up, it's grooming. Assisted grooming for your cat. Brush your cat on the regular, especially if they have long hair, or if they have arthritis, or if they're overweight, because it helps to remove dead skin and distributes that oil all throughout the cat's coat, and also give you a chance to keep an eye on their skin health and be keen to the little things. And if you do this on the regular, you'll notice when something pops up, something that didn't look right or doesn't look right, or something that certainly wasn't there, say, days prior. Next up, let's talk about diet. Make sure that your cat is eating a high-quality, balanced diet for cats, and if needed, your vet could suggest adding that omega-3 supplement or fish oil to supply that healthy skin. But make sure that your cat's diet is a diet that is meant for feline consumption. Hydration all the time. Encourage your cat to drink more water. If at all possible, do everything you can. Try out cat fountain if they're very picky, if they need that visual of the flowing water. And if your home is very dry, consider in the atmosphere using a humidifier just to add any drop of extra moisture to the air, because that'll help your cat's skin very much. Let's talk about parasite prevention. Get your cats treated on the regular for fleas and mites, and stay on top of those flea treatments, using one treatment every 30 days. Here again, talk to your vet if you suspect that parasites could be the culprit and the reason for your cat's dandruff. Medicated shampoos, it's recommended, and if your vet could recommend this solution. There are certainly special shampoos that are made just for cats with dry and irritated skin, but keep in mind, just like the food, don't use human shampoo or dog shampoo on your cat. Make sure your cat is eating cat food and they're using shampoo. It is also made just for them. Getting to that root cause, if dandruff is just a symptom of something bigger, like the aforementioned diabetes or a thyroid problem, the main condition must be treated first. Once that's under control, the skin should naturally improve. A few flakes here and there, that's okay. It's probably nothing to really worry about. But if that dandruff is sort of getting worse and out of control, and it's coming with some other symptoms, some alarming symptoms, never wait it out. Never wait out a week to see what transpires and if your cat will get better on their own. Get it checked out ASAP. Take your cat to the vet, because it's always better to be in on the action early. Certainly better to be safe than sorry. To the wonderful audience of Senior Cat Wellness, what are your thoughts on today's topic? Has your cat ever dealt with a case of dandruff? Or is your pet currently dealing with this issue and you found yourself actively seeking positive solutions? Your stories, your commentary, that comment section, as always, it's all yours. If you found this content helpful and very informative, please like the video, share it out, and subscribe to Senior Cat Wellness. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.